This episode of Late Night with Ed Money is brought to you in part by Ziggy's Pub and Restaurant, located in downtown Amherst. And if you're local to them, dial for carryout at 440-985-FOOD. Or go to their website, which is ziggyspubandrestaurant.com. If it's a sporting event that you want to see, don't forget your sunglasses, because they have so many 4K TVs it'll burn your retinas. So go to Ziggy's Pub and Restaurant in downtown Amherst.
We hope you're enjoying your visit here this evening. Now, on with the show.
I'll make it go away. Oh, my bad. You gotta start that over.
Of despair.
Warning, what you're about to hear is an adult show. You will hear anecdotal stories and humorous situations meant for adults. In essence, kids, don't listen or try this at home. Everything you're about to hear is done by drunk, trained professionals. Now enjoy the show.
Deep within the pit of despair. Balls of Christ, dude.
This is Kate the intern, and you're listening to the hottest talk show on the net, Late Night with Ed Money.
Hi.
Hi.
You know what? When you started out like that, sometimes between the computer and you, it goes and it steps into it. But audience members, hello. You've been listening to Late Night with Ed Money here on the website, which is latenightwithedmoney.com, where it's real people have real conversations about life.
Who?
What?
LateNightWithEdMoney.com?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I said.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I said it.
I wasn't paying attention.
Thank you for everything you're doing. I can't appreciate enough. Tell two friends, goddammit, because you're always listening to myself, Ed Money. Right over here is CPAP Chuck.
What's up?
Nothing. We get nothing. Chuck Dick.
Wow. It was pretty
get,
barren today.
Audience, let me know if you like the little graphic that I threw of Chuck as he's a gamer. That's what it is. I'll throw a little graphic in there.
I am a video game guy.
As a gamer.
I'm fat. I'm old. I don't live in my parents' basement, though.
Chuck Dick?
Hey, damn it, Jeffrey.
That hurts.
Welcome aboard.
Yes. And our new crew member, the permanent crew member, Jeffrey Neutron, right next to
Jeffrey
me.
Nick?
Yeah.
It's the way you say it.
And we're going to be leaving. We're going to be leaving you. And the music is great, too. Some of the musics that I've gotten sent, I'm actually getting really tired. There was a while that between the dick pics and all the other stuff.
Yeah, there was quite a few dick pics.
I wasn't, I know, and I wasn't digging it, but some of the music was just...
some of the dick pics you did.
Not the dick...
Oh.
I would sit and just stare at for hours.
I wish mine were like that.
And shout out to some of the people that sent in their stuff that's on Spotify. It's in my list. Like every time I'd listen to the show before I came on, I'd go search them just to see.
Right on.
And I'm like, oh, this is going in my list. This is going in my list.
So thank you. But there's the music. Some of it's been
Who's
really
today?
good.
Who's today?
Today is Diamond Eyes. It's a song Flutter. I really dug it, dude. I liked one of them that was last week's one was like a Jason Mraz. That was an artist I couldn't think of. It was like and this one is kind of along that. If you know who Jason Mraz is, he was a younger Bruno Mars.
Okay.
Basically. And I dug this music. It's a cross between, do you like house music or no?
If I'm at a party and they put it on, I'm not gonna go search it, but I'll listen to techno house, and I do really like industrial.
Yeah.
Dude, it's funny.
Oh, yeah.
I love industrial music,
Before we get into this
but
stuff,
I do love hardcore and metal songs.
I
Punk rock.
almost text you.
Okay.
Listen, if you for the audience, you don't understand the relationship. Chuck and I, we grew up with each other for years and years and years. Jeffrey's just getting part of it. Love him. He's going to be part. He's going to be part of the crew. Is that the thing?
Or is he?
Look at the look. Is that we grew up with each other, so I'll text him. Like I've texted you at night, and I know you're sleeping.
I'll get it in the morning, and I'll text him back while he's sleeping, while I'm on the shitter.
Right, because he gets up like 3 a.m. But I'll probably text you. I was going to text you the other day. I was watching. You know how I like that one band they're from Serbia, which is Russian area. The ones that does it. Wow. Remember the
Serbia,
Oh,
Croatia.
the throat singers.
Yes.
I thought they were Tibetan throat singers or something like that.
Yeah, they were, but they're from.
There are Tibetan, but there's Serbian ones as well.
They
Nailed it.
They're the ones that sing like 2 octaves at a time.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
With
right,
That's what I was just doing.
right.
Oh, is that?
Yes.
That
Okay.
I was watching their video, and they're these it's amazing to me. It's like when I watch videos and you see a black guy and he's speaking French. It's your mind doesn't connect
Right.
the two.
Oh, I got a
things.
story about that.
This girl she has an obvious to me Asian look, but she's Russian or
Russians, Serbians. My geography's off, but Serbia and Russia aren't close, but they're close-ish.
yeah, but the languages
Right,
stream in.
right.
It's like this whole Ukraine thing. The Ukrainians speak Russian,
Right.
but Ukrainian, but the same.
Right.
Which
Because they're in that
Right.
that area.
I wonder if
right.
there's like a hybrid. Like we actually in the United States have like a Spanish-English hybrid now.
Right.
Do we?
Oh yeah. And so I wonder if there's like a Ukrainian
it
Russian,
hasn't
like
hit this
where it's
region.
like Ukrainian.
So, as I understand it, there is. I could be mistaken, but I understand that. I know Ukrainian people. I live in Parma, which is like 80%
Right.
Ukrainian.
Is it?
The closer you are to different regions, like Ukraine to Russia or Ukraine to can't remember what
Like
countries
Poland
are
or
south.
something?
Right, you get that dialect, just like United States has northern, southern.
Oh, God,
eastern, like
yes.
you get that
Yeah.
weird drift towards the other
Yes.
dialect.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
because it's a different language and those people are so close to you, you kind of mix it. So
Yeah, it's
I don't know what
a
it's
hybrid.
called. Right, I don't know what it's called or what it sounds like, but from what I understand and what I've been told by people that I know, that it happens.
Right.
I was what because they're Asian looking, but they speak. It sounds to me like it's Russian, like
Right.
hardcore. And Russia is
It's a very blunt.
Dude.
Russian and German are both just like angry,
Right.
angry languages.
right. They could be telling you they love you, but it sounds like they're terrorists. I mean, they're like
They,
What
you know,
the fuck was that?
they come at you telling you that they love you so much and they're so happy to see you. You think they're going to kill you because they're like,
It's like a very harsh,
It's a harsh
enunciated language.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. It is, and it's. I've
So,
been
yeah.
which they probably say the same thing about.
Yeah,
do.
right. Those Americans sound dumb.
Dude, can you imagine that if you like a foreign? Because here's the crazy part: is that I've told people that there's English, and then there's like I know broadcasters when they go to broadcast training is that they go
In
to
Ohio.
Yeah, but they learn Midwest,
Midwest.
which is because it's the common dialect. I think air traffic controllers, it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, they're like, breaker, breaker, butt shaker. We got a big old Bowen coming down your back door.
Because
Over.
Here's the thing.
They go to the place with the least accent.
Dude, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the crazy part. Dude, you go down to like West Virginia, you're not sure what the hell they're saying.
No, because
of the-
you know what? They have such a
drawl? Is that what it's
It
called?
sounds
A
every
drawl?
time they talk, it sounds like banjos.
So
And I don't mean that in a dick way. I'm just like I don't understand a lot of like the
banjos.
yeah because they're like here.
no, he's right. Because see, I grew up in Appalachia,
real.
and I know
You grew up in Africa?
in Appalachia.
Appalachia.
Oh,
So
unbelievable.
I'm fluent in American English,
right.
Ridge Runner, Hillbilly.
What the hell's
Southern.
Ridge Runner?
That's Appalachia. You're on the ridge.
Where they're just like here and holler.
Ridge Runner. That's where more than one person is yuns. I speak Southern, which is
Yuns?
y'all. I
Okay.
speak,
Right.
right. So it's
That's all.
Here.
and it's funny because even growing up hearing that accent, when I moved to Alabama,
With a banjo on your knee?
with a banjo on my knee.
Fuck yeah.
The first place I worked at, I picked up the phone because the guy that I worked with was busy. So I answered the phone, and the guy on the other end was speaking so Southern that I had no idea what he was talking about. So I go, "Can you hang? Can you hold, please?" "All right." I go, "Richard, it's for you."
Was he like,
But the best part about it was
ding dang dong it?
a week later, the same guy called him like, "Hey Ray, how you doing?" "Oh yeah, blah 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 blah." Just pick, like, you gotta be immersed in it. It's all languages. You have to be immersed in it and just pick it up.
His cell phone ring was like,
which is funny because we used to go canoeing on the river they filmed Deliverance.
oh, really?
on. Yeah. Good times.
Right.
And every time you go around the corner, you just look at it and go, ding, 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 ding,
Yeah.
ding.
Right.
Get in, we're going to do butt stuff.
And this is
Boy, you sure got a pretty mouth.
that's why I told you that on the last show I mentioned I want to learn another language. And
Just
that,
go down to Southern Ohio.
yeah, but just what he's saying is, can you imagine being a foreigner trying to learn English when
Yeah,
there's
with
so
so
many
many-
dialects?
And the slang words.
Oh, yeah.
Do they have? I don't know. I'm gonna assume.
I'm sure every language has slang.
has the same thing. They have the same regions of.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, yeah, because I watch. He's a language guy on YouTube, and he speaks Chinese. But there's like all these different, like to speak Chinese with.
There's like Mandarin and Cantonese.
Right, and there's like all the other little ones.
Right.
And he like speaks them all, and people are surprised that he knows them all.
Right, because see, I never understood that. Which would, I guess, it would make sense. Would that be the same as going
I
to?
learned Mandarin by watching Ni Hao Kai Lan with my daughter.
I'm saying, would
So
you-
every time something happens, oh,
Like, Ni Hao, Xi, yeah, yeah. That's all I know.
that's all you need
That's
to know.
That's
that's
thank
hello,
you.
that's hello and thank you, grandfather.
Yes,
That's it. That's all I know.
right along that lines.
All the way to
Hi,
That's right, all the way over to.
hi, konnichiwa.
hey.
There it is.
Thank
Oh
you.
God, that's
I was trying to throw him off. He did it. Nice work,
That's right.
Chuck.
Thank you
Good
very
job.
much. We haven't done it. We haven't met the ninjas in a while. We got to
They'll be
interview
back.
them. They'll be back. I do want to hit
bring
you
mine.
since you're talking. The you said
What did you just say?
he
I'll
said.
bring mine.
There's no competing dojos in this POD.
Do you know we?
P.O.D.O.
I think I still.
PO dojo.
I still have. I think my mom. Old antique made out of bronze was a little tiny little gong that was just
Gong.
a table ornament.
Bong.
I think every household had. Do you ever,
Oh, yeah.
growing up, do you ever notice, and maybe it's a generational thing, all our parents are roughly the same age.
Everybody had a Buddha for no apparent reason.
Right.
Why is there a ceramic fucking Buddha in the entryway?
We still have like 50 in our house.
do you?
Yeah.
Like every, okay.
We don't have just the chubby happy Buddha. We got like the old school with the pointy hat.
Right?
Did
The
you?
skinny one.
The skinny one with the big ears.
Yeah.
He's my favorite. I like
Okay,
it.
then this is just gonna toss. You guys you haven't seen the upstairs this part. But
We don't want to see the
You don't
death parlor.
but I'm gonna.
We don't want to see the funeral home.
I'm gonna.
It's all quiet and dark. Blue carpeting, I'm sure. Powder blue.
God damn it! You have been here.
Are you serious? Oh, I was like, oh my God.
No, is that every
There's like bowls of mints with boxes of tissue at every table.
dude. We used to have. My mom for years had the bowls, but they were individual little. They're weird minties that they're like a
The
cube.
puffed ones?
Yeah.
Yes,
What
the
was that?
puffed ones.
You can eat the shit out
Oh,
of those.
yeah. You put it in your mouth, it just disappears.
But
You're
they're
like,
awesome.
where the grab another one,
It's
it's
like
gone.
these.
Right?
That's what,
I just literally ordered candy canes like that.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
whole candy
oh,
canes.
my God. They're like cotton
You're
candy.
kidding.
It's mint cotton candy. You just
It's
pop it in and it disappears.
awesome.
right?
Oh, yeah.
You're lucky. My grandmother had the fucking ribbon candy that you had
Oh,
to
yeah.
break
You had to
a
break
piece
apart
off.
so you know everybody fingered it all up.
And then it sliced the roof of your mouth because
Oh,
it was
yeah.
like fucking blades.
Oh, yeah.
It's good stuff.
Yes, we had. First of all, everybody had the room or the couch or whatever. No one's allowed to touch. Or
Well, I had plastic,
I was
clear
just gonna
plastic.
say, brand new furniture 20 years ago with
And
the
then-
plastic still on it.
The Davenport.
You were
Right.
allowed in there maybe once a year for special occasions.
And then if you did sit on it in your Easter clothes because of the plastic, you'd slide out, and then you get accused of playing on the furniture. That's a true story from my childhood.
And they always knew that you were on it because it was like, get off the furniture.
And
Sorry,
the
Grandma.
combination of polyester on plastic made your hair stand up from the static.
Oh, my grandmother's was even worse because she had the fucking plastic runners into every room.
Oh, the ones with the pointies on them?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
they were like that toffee yellow brown.
Your hair was up the whole time you were there, and God forbid you touch something that was grounded. Holy shit! The whole house was like.
I know the worst thing is I had curly hair, so my fro just got bigger.
Dude, he did growing up. Were you with the Italian little mini?
I
curls?
tried to make it straight. I tried to feather it, and I look like I don't know what happened.
You had the Dago fro.
I do.
I tried, but
I
my
still
hair.
do.
I got the ginger hair, so I didn't get lucky enough to have that.
Yeah, I definitely got a Dago fro. It's that's the
did.
Italian.
Yes, dude.
If I let my hair air dry, I look like Rudy Gerner from Meatballs. That big finger wave.
Do you know what's worse? God damn
And that's
it.
all we could do back in the day because we had no product.
Right, we're like,
Right.
good enough.
Yep.
Walk away.
That's why your mom would like lick her hand and like
Right.
smooth it down.
Right. That's
We
like-
don't have hair care products.
Well,
You get what you get.
We didn't need to because Italians have the naturally oily hair. It just stays.
No,
You
wait.
just comb that shit out, and it's like
What's even worse?
My wife made fun of me today.
like you mine today is like that. Look at that.
My wife did something and she hit me in the forehead. She's like, "Oh my god, my hand is greasy."
Yes.
Right. Do you know what's making it worse? Just funny you said that. We'll come back. Audience, trust me. We'll
Your
come back to-
off-color pillowcase.
It's the worst. They were random colors. Nothing matched. No, it's that growing up, like you're saying. I'll never forget this, dude. That fucking Big Dan. That fucking, we were best friends growing up,
Right,
and for years until we had a small thing. But anyways,
I don't
Big
understand
Dan,
that.
It's
But anyhow.
Big Dan. Yeah, still love him to
He's
this
a
day.
good dude, man.
I wish him the best. So, but Big Dan and he was one goddamn day, dude. Growing up, we had the Italian hair. You could see the photo
Oh,
up
I
on the
see
wall
him.
of my mom. That's my mom right
Yeah.
up here. She had a fro too.
Yeah.
So my sister had it, and it's not that I had, but I had the only reason I got the perm was to try and maybe control it.
That's what they did back
Yeah.
in the day. You got a perm
Oh,
to
yeah.
control the frizz.
The only thing I could do, right? And Eves, our buddy Eves, his mom was a hairdresser. So she said, well, I think I could do so. She shaved. This is this fucking Big Dan. And I'm bringing back to him is that she shaved like it was,
I know the haircut you're talking about.
you remember it. Okay. It was,
You look like a foamy root beer thing, like the head on a root beer.
Right?
yes.
It's like
wait,
it's kind of like it's kind of like my hair where it's short on the sides, but it was
Yes.
just an eraser on the top.
It looked like Jiffy Pop
Yeah.
on the top of his head.
Right. It looked like your head was on
You
the
remember
pen.
it.
Oh yeah, I remember. I knew as soon as he said that, I'm like, oh my god, I know
Yes.
the haircut he's
Yes.
going to talk about.
Right. So I went over to goddamn Eves.
But you had a rat tail with it.
I don't, well, it was kind of longer, but it was in back then.
It was. I had one too.
I had a rat tail.
Well, we graduated 86. So that's what,
Mine was
you know,
more like a rat poof.
right. So
Yeah.
what
It
happened
was
was
like a cat's tail.
It
with
looked
its
like one
face.
of those dinosaurs with the spiky tails.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I had, man.
Oh,
So
it
we'd
is.
braid it to keep it in check.
Oh yeah, mine
So-
too. Same. It was. I had a tail to my mid back that it was always braided because it was always around my shoulder, and I'm like, get the
it wasn't
fuck
that
out.
long, dude. Mine was.
Oh, I had mine for 10 years.
Oh, yeah, we
like
did
it's
bad.
a Viking thing. No, I didn't have that. Is that no, dude? I remember in school. Did they do the Viking thing on the side too?
No.
No.
I've seen some now, like a ponytail on the side. Everything
Right.
else is shaved, and I'm going. Even the Vikings didn't do that.
No.
Like I don't know what the hell that is.
That's a haircut gone awry.
Right,
And they were
it's
just
like-
trying to salvage something.
It's like business in the front, party in my ear.
Right.
I don't.
Parking to the side.
right. No, so I went to God because his mom would cut our hair, and she'd do it for like $10, back then. Which still was a lot for a kid in the 80s. You know what I mean?
That's like $70 now.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Well, she worked at I can't remember the name. I'm going to say Studio 8, but it wasn't that.
Yeah, it was some
It wasn't
studio.
that fancy.
Yeah, right. So I went over. Eve says, "My mom can help you with your hair," and I go, You can remember Eve's?
Yeah,
It's-
yeah, the coolest hair.
dude.
I've heard about Eves.
We
he
went
dressed
to,
real
fuck,
nice.
I got to get a
never
hold-
wore socks.
If any of the local people listen, know Eves. The name alone, I don't even have to say his last name because no one is named Yves. It was Yves. Eves. If you know
Tell him to
him,
get a hold of us.
I think I still have his number. I'll look it up because I've talked to Eve since. He lives right around the corner from me too. Maybe I can go to his place.
Or have him come to this place.
That's what I'll do. I'll
Yeah.
have him come
Anyhow.
here. This fucking guy, he says, my mom, because I was like, man, my hair's out of control. It's kind of tough. And my mom, she'd always take us to like,
Well, that we had our shampoos were body on tap.
wait, no, don't even go, don't go there. Yeah, I can see the look on his face. That's exactly it. And this is where Big Dan comes in. That motherfucker. What happened is Eves, great guy. I'm going to describe for him because he doesn't really.
I know who Eves is.
But he was
Farmer Ron has told me about Eves. That's how.
Oh, has he?
That's how famous this guy is.
Okay, then you know. Okay,
Or how
Farmer Ron.
awesome he is. Even
He is
Farmer
a
Ron
good
is like,
dude,
so our
yeah.
friend
Good dude.
Eves.
He's a
I'm like,
he was
oh,
a good
right.
dude. Anyhow.
Crazy guy. So fucking Eves is my. It's just my mom can help you out. All right, she does the shave.
I know a guy.
Right.
Listen.
Does the tight here, had the curls on the top where she permed it and everything, but the perm did something to the fucking hair. All right, did some right, yeah, right, okay, right. You're following me. So all of a sudden, now in the meantime,
Let me put it this way. This is what it did. And that's it.
right. Well, so that's. I think I'm gonna put. I'll
You
post-
literally looked like a head on a root beer.
Yes, and for the audience, I'll put right in here, and for me in editing, remember, I'll put in a photo of my high school with the pink shirt
Oh,
and
God,
the tie,
yeah, that was
and I had the
beautiful.
Playboy tie, the pink shirt with the
Of
Playboy.
course you
Playboy.
did.
Right, the Playboy tie. I still have a Playboy blanket. I still have it.
I mean, I'm not sleeping in a Playboy blanket unless there's a bunny inside of it.
I still
Ed still has like they used to have these accessories for your cars that was like it was a stick-on thing and it had a Playboy on it and it
I
went
had it.
around the lock. And
I
then
had
the
it.
locks had the Playboy on it.
You remember it?
And then
Yeah,
the
I had
fuzzy
it.
dice had Playboy on it. You know why I know all that? Because I rode in your car.
I did have all
I know. Let's get back to Yves and his mom.
Right.
Get fucking up your
so
hair.
she cut out my hair and stuff. And I swear to you, so in the meantime, my mom used to go, there was a local, like an outlet where you can buy like big giant jugs of,
Oh, like Sally's Beauty or Barnum's or something.
yeah,
Like that.
is that what you said? But it
Yeah.
wasn't that. It was low. It was but they would buy. So my mom found out that it was say Sally's Beauty or whatever you said. They buy from this store. So my mom went to that store and say they had Sally's Beauty products were $20. Then they had the same industrial drum for $5. You know?
Oh, yeah. But there might have been a misprint on it.
So I swear to you, and this is where it comes
One
up.
of the ingredients might be a little off.
Instead of amino acids, it's sulfuric acid. It's
Whatever,
fine.
it's no
Don't
big
even
deal.
worry about it.
No big
You'll be
deal.
you'll be okay.
Water will deactivate it.
I swear to you, I was so goddamn. God damn, am I perching and sharing? But this is what happened because I have fucking Big Dan So what happened was my mom says, "Oh, well, she comes home and says, hey," and she rolled in the.
Is this post perm?
I still. Yeah, post perm.
Okay.
So I got the perm and
You
everything.
don't even know where he is in the story.
I know.
I'm just so angry, goddamn, because it's bringing up emotions from when I was a kid.
Post perm, big bottle of shampoo. Go.
She rolls in the drum of shampoo and says, "Hey, get out all the things."
Get the pump top from the old drum.
It's a
And don't you waste any.
It's a 55-gallon. It's outside the window. He just reaches out and is like,
It looks like the oil drums at the quick change oil places.
That's dude. You think I'm joking? It was just an enormous. I mean,
It literally was a gallon.
yeah, because you could go there, and it was on Broadway. I remember. God, I'll have to remember the thing. So she brings it and get it, but it was off. Like he said, sulfuric. And something was in
Yeah,
it.
something was
So-
wrong. Instead of Prel, it was like Morel.
yeah.
Body on frap.
So fuck.
Body on fap.
right. So my mom, is this going to work? I went to, because we're at that age
Where
where
you'll believe anything anybody that's older than you tells you.
Well, it's not.
Oh, yeah.
It's not.
Yeah. Oh, she's a hairdresser. She knows what she's doing. Not all of them did.
I
Not
love
all.
that when he talks about the 80s and he does the shoulder thing because they had the shoulder pads and you had to.
Me.
Oh yeah, he was David Byrne from the
You were
Talking
always
Heads.
like, you had your fucking members only jacket with the fucking 6-foot shoulder pads and you're like, shoulders everywhere.
over his Forenza sweater and his Cavarici, or what were they called?
I know. Yeah, Z Cavarici.
Yeah.
Every time he does it, I know like my mind goes right to that time. I'm like, oh, 80s, got it.
Right. Okay. So
And he had his like beat down saddle shoes even back then.
no, I didn't have to. I
Yeah,
love
you
my,
did. You
I
had those
love-
white ones.
Yeah, I did have those ones. You remember those white shoes?
Of course I do, because you wore them all the time with your 12-string shit-ass acoustic guitar to every fucking party with your parachute pants. Sorry.
Oh god.
Sorry, I didn't want you guys to see that side of me.
This-
So anyhow, Dan,
So fuck. What happened was is I get this. My mom, is just sure because I got this haircut with, Eve's mom. No, it'll be fine. Ed, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You understand? It's your mom telling you it's fine. So,
Right.
so
When I lie to you, I'm your mom.
you know, it was one of those where you put, because she did get pumped. We actually had like
Yeah.
in the shower, because there was 10 of us, and I think
in the shower,
And you couldn't.
you guys all share one pump, and don't turn on the
that hot
water.
water tank is cheap. Make sure you save the water. Surely you're laughing. Got to see that
You
on
each
video.
got 2.5 gallons. Go.
Yeah.
right. So she says, and so it was like a pump that she did. Each shower had, because there's 3 showers in her. So I go, okay, God damn it, you know, and we're showering. I showered like this, and it was super wrong. Like everything when you felt it goes.
You knew something wasn't right. It was like super runny or super bright colored, or the smell was like
Right.
rotten egg.
Right. Like, dude, did you ever have the difference when you first used, is it Gojo? Gojo. Is
Gojo.
the
Hand cream or hand wash.
Yeah, it's very aggressive. It's got the like
And then you get
granules.
down to the bottom and it's like soup, and it barely smells like an orange, and there's like one grit of sand.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
But I love Gojo. That shit
Oh, yeah.
works. So if anybody works at Gojo, send me some Gojo.
Right. Okay. That it's
Be
like
our
that.
sponsor.
Be our sponsor. So it's
At latenightwithedmoney.com.
LateNightWithEdMoney.com. That's right. So yeah, it's like that where you're so used to that feeling of
Yeah,
Gojo,
you know
but then
when
you get
something's
this go,
awry.
this doesn't seem like you just.
But you're young and dumb, so you're like, fuck it. Let's
So-
do it.
I did it. And
You lathered up.
I lathered up, did the showering and everything. Everything's fine.
But did it lather? That's the
See
question.
that? I was just going to say that.
Have you ever had the soap that you're like, oh, it's great, and it lathers in your hand, and as soon as it touches your hair, it's gone? You're like,
You know what that
where
means?
the fuck did that go?
That the first time, if you wash your hair the first time and it doesn't really lather up, that means your hair was really dirty. So you got to repeat,
Okay.
and then it'll
Then it'll lather.
up again. Yeah,
It's like I've had that happen too, so that makes sense. But I mean,
Yeah.
I've had some soap that it's like fucking super lathery and it's just gone. You're
Yeah.
like it didn't
It's-
even penetrate; it just fell off.
Right.
Just kind of
Right.
rolled off your head
Exactly.
like you.
it's like those mints we were talking about.
It's like you
Right.
went. It's like you went through the car wash and got waxed before you got in the shower, and it just beads and falls off.
So I did it, and
That's just my skin all the time. Thanks, Jeffrey.
Mine too.
so I did it. All right, and we're sitting there, and I thought, well, it just felt different. It just felt different. It's no big deal, and I did it, and it's fine. And then a couple days go by. You know, I'm still every day.
Was it like you make your hair super dry or something?
Well,
Like somebody could have
This-
like had a flint rock by you and you would have went up in flames.
wait a minute. What fucking happened was, and this goddamn guy, Big Dan and I, we had this weird dynamic. You know what I mean? To fight each other, not fighting, it's just this weird dynamic. Anyway, so we're sitting there, so it affected me. I knew something was wrong, dude. And now I'm gonna let you know that growing up, our family's rules. I know it's inherited because my mom has it, my sister has it, my brother a little bit, and I know I got it because I'm older.
Back here.
No, not that. Not that. Is it when pressure changes? Like I can feel a storm coming. You know,
Well,
what
you
I
get
mean?
like a headache
I
or
get
a joint ache. A lot of people are like
that. A lot of
that,
people
yeah.
are like that. So I was sitting there going, something's not right. So what happened is we're sitting there. It had evidently this generic Acme brand shampoo. There was one day we're sitting in class, and I didn't. God damn, am I purging? Is that we're sitting there, and Dan happened to be walking. We were in the same class, and there was this gorgeous girl named Polly.
Oh, yeah.
that sat
Polly.
by
She
me.
was a Greek beauty.
God, she was right.
She was, her and her sister were
Greek.
both
We went to
stunning.
Was she from Lesbos? It's a Greek Isle. I'm just curious.
This is Sparta. Anyhow,
This is Lesbos. No, so is it
It's my favorite island. Yes, it's an island in Greece. That's
and also a bar on South Park.
yeah.
Anyhow, so Dan's sitting
God
there.
Damn it! I'm sitting next to, trying to. And at our age, Chuck, we were trying to control every boner possible because anything.
And we were just trying to be cool.
If it went by, you'd get a boner.
Oh yeah, but you're trying to be cool to boot because you're still haven't found your
right.
your personality. You know what I mean?
Your groove.
Yep.
Yeah,
Right.
you're just quirky and
Yes.
blah blah blah.
Dude,
So-
I'm gonna be 50. I'm still trying.
Yeah, I know, me too. But you're still quirky.
Right.
You're still awkward. You don't know what works and what doesn't
Right.
for you.
Right. So what happened was.
And here you are. You're just, and then you see a hot chick and
yes. Dude. No.
and then all of a sudden you're like, trying to be cool, and you got your dumb fat face
Dumb
smile because
fat
you're a
fa-
kid.
Yes.
You know, you're 14. You're like, I got a moped.
Right. She was a goddess, dude, when we were growing up, to me. You know, and here she is sitting next to me. A Greek goddess is sitting next to me, and God bless the lucky guy that got to marry her. So Big Dan comes walking by, and I was everything was going good. The groove was going.
You were like, had a little confidence going.
Damn it. Yes. Everything was good.
So you had to be a sophomore about this time.
Yeah, well, I could see that range. Yeah, right around that time. I could see sophomore, and this fucking Big Dan comes walking by and looks down, and all of a sudden he says, "Hey Ed," you know, he didn't talk normal.
He didn't have any volume control.
There was no indoor voice.
It was 10. It was like a 10.
He goes, "Hey Ed, man. Whoa, you got some serious dandruff going on." so I go, "What?" And he goes, "Look at it."
Did he call you the unmeltable snowman?
Dude, this is the worst. Is it? He goes, "There's like dandruff," and I went, "What? No!" And I just scratched like this, and it peeled back like glue on. Remember when you put glue on your hand? And it went like a.
It just dried your scalp out that bad, or ate it, or whatever. You sure it was shampoo? It was probably Nair. Or some kind of age spot remover.
Liver spot remover.
Ed, I'm gonna let you off the hook here because that is a medical condition probably caused by that shampoo. I have had it.
Right, I feel better.
I don't know.
It took you 50 years to vindicate me.
Dude, I don't know what it's called, but it's dandruff, but there's a layer of healthy skin on top of it, and it just peels and it flakes out. It's like a pocket of dead skin.
Really?
And it's horrible.
That's what happened.
You're like, what the hell is that? And it goes,
are you like, quick, get the skin box?
right.
Are you like Ali Sheedy in The Breakfast Club where you're like making it snow on your picture?
Worse.
I remember that.
Worse. It is worse.
Really?
I am not
like
kidding.
A layer
It
of
is
skin came
It is
up.
a blister, but instead of it being wet, it is dead skin caught underneath. And when it breaks, it goes just like a fucking
Does it come out in like one big thing, or is it
a puff. It goes like a puff.
Oh, like a mushroom spore?
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. I've had it. It's insane.
So this shampoo dried you out so bad.
Yes.
But this,
Wait.
And he did it in front of the hot chick.
in front of the Greek goddess.
So the timing is terrible, but the shampoo actually kept his scalp healthy enough to keep the dry skin for
It
just
kept
the right
barely-
moment.
There was like no brain function in his dead skin. It was just sitting there.
That's probably why I graduated with like a 2.9.
And he never wore a dark shirt after that.
It was actually his brain just dying in there. He's like, "What do you mean?"
Sam, I am. Wait, what?
Went from a 200 IQ to a 2.
So I'm sitting there
Sorry.
thinking, Mr. Money, would you like to tell us about the Greek island over here? Why, yes. And I go, har, 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 har.
What part of the South
okay,
are you
Ed.
from, Ed?
I'm here with you.
But yes, okay, you understand
Oh,
it
it
though.
sucks. Sucks so bad.
I'm vindicated. It took you this long to vindicate me.
I mean,
You just met him.
I've only known you for a couple months, man. About a year.
No, it's been
it.
longer than that because
Call a year
you
or so.
kind of know us when
Right.
you interact with us on the
Oh,
show.
God damn it. Well, thank you
Still,
for vindicating.
well, hey, I'm glad I could be here for
That's
this
why I
show.
said I'm
'cause
purging.
That's important. Other people might not understand, but look.
Oh,
so we
God,
were talking
dude.
before the show about being Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me being Irish and Italian and many other things. That's one of the issues I have is my skin is oily
Yes.
because I'm Italian.
Yes.
But I have really bad dandruff because
Oh, see, I
I'm
don't-
everything else. So the two combined do that.
It's like the perfect storm.
Right. It's terrible. So I can't wash my hair every day or it's just dry as shit.
Yes.
But I can't not wash it because then it gets that. I'm like, fuck. Like,
Yes.
I'm going to be honest. I have to wash my hair twice a day.
I couldn't. If I did that, you would literally see my head peeling. It
No.
would- it
Well,
was
I could
just
see
dry.
you shower. You shower
Because I shower before work,
and
but
as soon
then
as you get home.
I work, and I'm not
Yeah.
going to.
I
But
could
you
see
work
it.
in a not a nasty environment,
It's pretty
but it's
dirty.
an environment where
It's
it's
very
like,
dirty
yeah.
and oily, yeah.
Well, the welding-
And on top of the oil I already have.
Yes. Right,
And the
exact-
weld sparks
oh.
and the dust. And
Yeah. Anytime I was in an oily environment, it would just like
It's
suck
yeah.
to your face.
Somehow I'm like a magnet for it.
Oil.
It's like likes attract on this.
I was gonna say it's how oil and water separate. Oil and oil's like, hey,
Yeah.
hey,
So-
I'm coming to
yes.
you.
So we were talking about Playboy earlier.
Yes,
Jeffrey.
the tie.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, Jeffrey.
You said he texted me on something that he said.
So I was talking to somebody at work, and somebody mentioned Playboy in an article, and I was like, "Oh, remember when
Do they
people?"
still print Playboy?
Yes, but there's no nudes in it anymore.
What?
It's just
Wait a
It's
minute.
just the articles. It's like Maxim.
Is it like Penthouse Forum?
So
Or is there no sex
no.
stories? It's,
I don't know. I haven't been a subscriber in a long time.
We're gonna have
but
to do this.
They, from what I understand, because of the multimedia, they've moved the nude aspect of the multimedia.
so you have to pay for it.
and the magazine is like Maxim. It's got some,
Oh.
some pictorials, but it's mostly
Suggestive.
articles.
Yeah.
But
Why bother?
this being said, I subscribed for a long time, for like a decade,
To Playboy?
Playboy for the articles. It taught me how to cook on the grill.
What?
It taught me how to make steak and test it with my
does
finger.
that?
I do. The best article I ever read in Playboy was the.
Don't read Playboy for the articles.
No,
Oh.
the best article was not Randy Savage though.
Mankind.
No, what's his name? He was the governor of fucking.
Jesse Ventura.
Thank you,
Ventura.
Jesse Ventura.
Jesse the Ace
The
Ventura.
article that when they interviewed him was the best article I've ever read.
Really?
Seriously, because it was such a well written, well performed interview. And you weren't getting that from Rolling Stone or any of the other magazines.
Well,
at
that's
the
because they
time.
like to try to dig up dirt and start shit.
Right, exactly. Instead of actually asking the questions. And that's what I loved about it was you could go in and it's like, oh, what am I going to learn this week? Oh, how to tune your car on fucking budget. Cool. And everybody went past them because they got it for the
I was
tits.
one.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you.
But honestly, I loved the articles.
I do remember the joke page.
The comics were fucking hilarious.
Yes.
The old granny with the big
Oh.
torpedo boobs.
All of them. Seriously, I mean, I enjoyed the
They're
pictures.
hanging
I'll be
down.
honest though, if you could get your hands on the old Hustler humor books, they were like Mad Magazine, but it was Hustler humor.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
had the funniest
Yes,
comics
they were hysterical.
ever. You could probably find them on like Amazon, like used or whatever. And if I can, I'll get them. They were I used to laugh so hard I'd be crying.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to check because I know I still have a box filled with the Playboy, but I saved specific
Like
editions.
Madonna or
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I have what was the one with Sam Kinison was with her.
Jessica Hahn.
Yes.
I have the Jessica Hahn that, and I have on Laserdisc.
Oh, here we go.
What does that
Do you
mean?
even have a working Laserdisc
Yes.
player?
Oh God, yeah, I do. Yeah, working laser. I have the Laserdisc edition of Playboy. Used to put out Laserdiscs of they would have these specific models.
It's got to be worth at least $3 now.
Right.
Save it. It's a keeper.
And it's funny when I turn on my laser display, you hear it go. You know, like
Oh, they spun up loud. They were huge.
Right, yeah. But I have the laser disc of Jessica Hahn. I saved that because just for some reason I thought those are the ones I still have. So I'm going to find those for the next show.
Why? So you can show them
The disc, right?
Do you know what I inherited? I even text
oily skin and back hair.
I text the monk on as part of my inheritance when my dad passed. I have he didn't say mint in box. Yeah, he said mint in box. Byron always says that it's
Gently used.
still in box, but it was I have a special edition of Brute, like unopened, still in the
Vintage.
box.
When we were freshmen in
Mint
high
condition.
school, all the guys used to marinate in that shit. Brute by Fabergé.
Brute.
Dude, you're lucky because I was at high school when Polo was a thing.
Oh, gosh.
Jesus
Dude, that is the
Christ.
worst smell.
Oh
ever.
my god! And it was
Yeah.
the preferred method to put on Polo was spritz,
and then walk
into
through
it,
it.
Get
and
outta
it
here.
still smelled like you had a bottle of it on because that shit was potent.
Yeah, there's still like in the 90s was Drakkar.
Drakkar Noir.
And people used to marinate in
Oh,
that.
I loved your car.
Yeah,
that
but
was my brand.
people used to marinate in that shit.
That's
I
your
have, like,
brand.
Drakkar Noir.
I have 3 or 4
Drakkar
different
Noir.
clones that I wear, but they're all in the same smell category. You know what I mean?
Well, do you know what I buy?
High karate.
We'll get to the other
And
one.
monkey shit.
Not high karate. We'll get to the other one. Wait, we can check one off. That was.
Hey, we hit a topic. Nice work, guys.
Is that I used to use and I still use it. Drug Mart has a what is
The
that
off-brand?
look for?
Yeah, instead of polo, it was schmolo or horse hockey. Because they couldn't call it polo. Horse croquet.
I've shown you is that I buy the Drug Mart version
Oh, we know.
of Armani Code or Armani Black. I like that smell, and they do it.
Yes, you should probably get the real stuff that smells even better.
It's so expensive.
But you only need a tenth of the.
Yeah,
bottle.
you
That's
need-
the. So I used to do the same thing because Jakar was my brand, and it was expensive as hell. So we go get the knockoff shit.
Well,
and you're like, and then we realize this bottle's $20. This bottle that's half its size is $50, but you only need a drop.
Right.
So you're actually doing better with the one that's
Yeah.
real.
Because it's the scent
Because
is
it's
longer.
stay-
A
because
lot
it's
back in the
made
day,
better.
the off-brand stuff you used to buy out of somebody's car trunk at
Oh,
the gas
yeah.
station
Oh,
parking
yeah.
lot. Dude, I got videos. I used to buy CDs.
Oh, the speakers, dude.
From-
just,
I was gonna say you got it from the truck that it fell off the truck.
This guy would literally be. Now I would play
At the
out bands
BP.
and stuff in Cleveland, and you know you go get gas or whatever at the gas station. There'd be a guy with a big fucking boat car with his trunk popped. Hey, do you need any DVDs? Do you need any CDs? Do you need this? Do you need that? Do you need any cologne?
His name was
Yeah. What do you
Jerry.
got? You're like, yeah. What do you got? And he'd be like, this and this, and most of it was a knockoff brand shit.
right.
So yeah, I mean,
I remember
back in the
Speaker
day,
Dude.
yeah.
There
but-
used to do
Oh,
that,
there was
right?
Speaker Dude. Those speakers were
Oh, yeah.
garbage.
We call him the fell off the truck.
Yeah.
Because he's like, yeah, I got this. It fell off a truck, and you're
Right.
like,
And they were always at a gas station somewhere.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
They're driving all
gas station or a fucking drug store. You're like,
Yeah.
why are you at CVS? He's like, high traffic, man.
Yeah, you're right. Because there'd be the one
CVS.
at the Drug Mart on Detroit and Lakewood.
right.
Guy'd pop his trunk and it'd be like a little mini flea market.
Right?
Dude, I wanted to tell you too. This will be a side note going into one of our other subjects. First of all, I can't believe here that I just turned 56 that I've got pimples. Do you get pimples yet?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I got this
since I
one
was
that
12.
just started. Can you see it from there? Right
No,
now?
I can't see that thing. Did somebody throw a raisin at you?
It's right there, dude.
Oh,
Look
we
at-
see it.
It's terrible.
I'm surprised your hat isn't sitting sideways.
That I'm
Stuck
getting
in caught
pimples
to
and
the side.
stuff. Well, I had to go into the doctor just for something, which I'm thankful. I want to do a shout out. I told her I'd do a shout out to her. We
We refer to her as Dr. Frankenstein
Dr. Frankenstein
because we don't want to use her real
And,
name.
and I've been thinking about this. Does it make him Frankenstein's monster?
That's
oh
why
yeah,
I could. It'd be fine. And she's so cute, dude.
she is, and she's super
So-
cool.
Is she taking new patients?
So cute.
Asking for a friend.
The
Right.
reason
Wait.
I wanted to shout out to her is that she, first of all, I want to say shout out to her is because of the fact that she said she listened to the show, which shocked the shit out of me. Is
Because then he had to think about what he said about her on the show.
Yeah, he got all
He's like,
panicky.
no. Well, she said what started her listening to the show, which I'm going to thank is CPAP over here. Is she said on my Facebook feed, which she follows, is that she would see the clips that I would post on there. So audience members, like, share, and subscribe to those really make a difference. That here it is someone I would have never, ever thought listened to my show. When I went in to see her, she was like, oh my God, I listened to blah, blah, blah. And she started telling me about it. I go, what? And she said, yeah, I listen.
So get on with it, man.
Right. Well,
You're not going to get a free no copay visit by kissing buttocks.
Dude, no, she helps me out. She does help me out.
She's super cool
She's super cool since I'm a self-pay. I don't have the insurance for that. I self-pay there.
because we're rolling in the nickels.
Dude, do you know that it's amazing what they charge at these goddamn doctors things? My mom had to go to the hospital and there was a bill that it was $21,000.
Which is ridiculous.
That's not a joke. Dude, you go through it, go to medical with your wife, that it's like $5,000 for a shot. They
And
got
then
all this
you
dumb
have to
shit.
like call all these different insurance companies
Yes.
to see who covers what because they sent you a bill for 21 large.
Right. And she went from, I went in there, and this will tell you how, and then this was just a side crazy note that, first of all, there's some in these doctor's offices. I know it sounds stupid. It's almost like I want to go in and just hang out.
What, see the hot chicks?
Yes.
But they're all there because they're sick, Ed.
no, not the girls. The working there.
Oh, okay.
There's some hot goddamn.
You know what'd be even better? If you got a job and then you could hang out there and get paid.
I thought he was going to the family planning clinic on She Puts Out.
And
Sorry, bad joke, but I had
and
to make
standing
it.
there with
I
a
had to.
fishbowl of condoms. Anybody? Huh? These are junior petites. I wear them well.
They make me look
junior
huge.
petite, junior petite condoms.
It does just the tip.
They're
He's got the finger condoms for.
yeah for cooks. Got these junior petite condoms that fit my wiener real snug.
You know what? I never understood those till I worked in a bakery.
What, you had to wear a junior petite condom?
Well, no, on your fingers. Yeah,
Oh, the finger condoms.
the finger condom. Which
yeah, if
made
you
them-
get a cut, then you
That's what.
Yeah.
Is that what it was for?
yeah, it's for so your Band-Aid doesn't fall off in the
Right,
food.
right.
Because
I always like to ask guys if they know what it says at the end of the condom when you unroll it the whole way.
No, you're not. You're not doing that right now, Jeff. You are not doing that right now. Not here. Not tonight, Jeffrey.
But it's a shout out to
But for
Dr.
those
Serial number.
I was gonna say, but for those who don't know,
It is the Q code or
It's
QR
the
code.
serial number. Yeah.
Yeah, I did want to do a shout out to her. I want to. Fast food. We were talking about fast food. Or wait, no. Let's.
I don't eat a lot of fast food. Number one, because I really don't care for it. There's only a couple I do like, and number two, I can't afford the ones I do like.
Right.
Arby's, I need coupons, which I just got a whole big flyer.
That's the
of them,
only
thank
place
you.
I've been going, dude.
And
Is
Charlie's
Arby's.
cheesesteaks.
I do like.
love.
Oh, Charlie's is so good. I keep trying to convince my daughter to get a job there so she'll bring me food.
And the strawberry lemonade.
I've been wanting to go to what's the one that Roma? It's got the Roman burger.
Mr. Hero.
Mr. Hero.
Yeah, but you got to take out a second mortgage on your house for a fucking hero.
They're so good. That's
And they're
weird.
so aggressive with the cheese sauce. You want cheese sauce with that? No. Fries? Cheese sauce with that? No. Get everything. I'm like, I don't need the cheese
I
sauce.
have a
Jesus
large
Christ.
chocolate shake. You want cheese sauce in that?
It's like nobody wants your fucking cheese sauce.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, all right.
Jeffrey.
Somebody might want it,
Can
but
you
not
tell
me.
me what that's made out of?
Cheese
not
and
cheese.
sauce?
Cheese. It's
I have
not
no
cheese.
idea.
How
It's-
does cheese run
It's
like that?
nacho cheese. That's all it is.
Is
it's
it
that pump
really
shit. Yeah,
cheese?
it's that pump
Whose
shit
cheese?
that you get. Nacho cheese. That's right. So, it's the pump cheese that they have in the nacho cheese things. That's it. That's all it is. It's nacho cheese sauce.
Why is it so runny? It's like
Because it's
Nacho cheese.
no,
Right.
no. The reason I asked
because it's thin with like not
Something.
milk,
Yeah, right.
not milk, but
Right.
something to make it runny.
because I'll use Monk. The example Monk gave me is he said never ever dip your stuff in the chocolate fountains.
Oh no.
Okay,
Oh no.
because he said they put like olive oil or some kind of oil.
No, I'm talking about the other little kids that put their tongue in the fucker.
What?
Right.
Did you ever see those chocolate fountains at like Golden Corral where the kids
Right,
are coming
they're
up,
like,
putting their hand in it?
Yeah. no
no.
chocolate fountains. No.
No, you're kidding. Well, he said don't do it because it's oil. That's what makes the chocolate.
Well, yeah, but the chocolate is an oil anyway, so it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's what. Look, so white chocolate is the oil from cocoa. There's no chocolate in it.
I
It's
love white
the oil,
chocolate, though.
but it's flavored from the cocoa.
Yeah.
But it's cocoa oil.
Really?
That's it. So
Wait
to
a minute.
thin chocolate, you put oil in it to make it thinner.
you just
Any
destroyed
cooks out
my
there
life.
that know how to make chocolate, let us know if Jeffrey's lying or not.
You just destroyed
Leave the comments below.
My whole childhood
Well,
is gone because of you.
If you've ever made those little chocolate forms and molds or whatever,
Yes.
Yeah.
you do that. You
Like wieners
right.
and
You
stuff.
thin it. You thin it with oil so that it fills better. Fills better.
My little wiener chocolate
and then
feels
it comes
amazing.
and then it comes out of the mold and it's not stuck.
Right.
Right,
Yeah.
because that
Right.
it's chocolate is basically an oil-based product.
I did not know that. I thought it was like, well, I guess there is oil.
Well,
No,
milk.
I'll have to drive by and see the old towers from Alley's and see what they.
Think about it this way: you've got cocoa, milk, and sugar. Milk and cocoa both have oil or fat in them, and that's what
Fat.
chocolate is the base.
Love fat,
Okay.
dude.
Look at me, I am
You know
fat.
what? Nothing tastes like any of the diet stuff. Never
Nope, you
tastes
need the fat.
good. You need it.
That's why turkey's so bland because it doesn't have a lot of fat.
Is that
Yeah,
what it
you
is,
got to
really?
season the
Yeah.
shit out of turkey. I think we talked about that last show, or somebody I
That
was
was the
talking
show
with.
before the last one, before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you got to
No.
season
Yeah,
the shit out of it, or it's just bland.
Because Bueno Bueno said it's low fat content, which it is, which is why it's not as good. But that's why other fatty birds like waterfowl are so delicious. Duck, goose.
I don't like duck.
Duck
No?
is greasy as
Yeah,
shit.
It
greasy.
is, but that's where the flavor is. If you cook out a lot of that grease, then you get to the dark meat that's just fucking succulent and delicious. Whoa, easy.
I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
All right, pause it.
You want to pause it?
Yeah, pause
I
it. We
just
got
gotta
time.
pee. Okay, sorry for everybody out there. We had to pee real quick. I know we'll go to. I wanted to talk. He did, which I did not know, is Jeffrey Neutron used to do pool installation.
I did.
and all of us. Well, you had one. I had one.
I still have one. Yeah,
Growing up, I had at our old
we had a
house.
pool growing up. Also, they're
Ours-
both above grounds.
Were all
Same.
your pools circular, or we had an oval?
No, the one at my mom and dad's place was oval, big fucking oval.
Is it
Yeah.
not? Wait, there's two types of ovals. There's the egg-shaped oval, like that.
Then
where-
that would be an egg shape.
No, well, it's the one
Almost
we-
like a triangle.
There was an ellipse, and then
There was one that was like this. It was long,
straight.
like the,
Right, you got the straight sides with the end, which is oval.
Yeah.
and then the ellipse, which was the egg shape.
right.
I'd
That's
say
what I'm
we
thinking.
had oval.
And those are a pain in the ass to install because they're weird.
And we hated it because it was the long with the, like you said, the end caps on it, so it was oval. And because our property, the property where we lived, this house went to such disarray, not because of us. After we moved out, the new owner just didn't do anything. They tore the house down. There's nothing there. Just it was a park off of Gargis.
Yeah.
But we had this pool, and my dad built a deck on the short side. So when you'd run and jump off, you had like whatever that distance is between the two straights.
Yeah.
And you'd hit the other
Bounce
side.
off the wall.
If you would jump in,
You know what? My dad did the same thing. He had the deck on. He had the deck on the straightaway.
yes,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you had like 12 foot across, and you're hitting the other
Yes.
side.
It was the
And
worst.
I tried doing a backflip. You're a kid. You're doing all kinds of crazy shit.
Yes.
I did a backflip, and I flipped so hard I kneed myself in the nose and gave myself a bloody nose in the pool. Thought I knocked myself out.
See, you guys are complaining, but when I had a pool in Pennsylvania, ours were on the side of a hill. So one side was level with the ground, the other side was 4 feet out of it.
How would they do
They
that?
built it up with dirt.
You dig it out and then just put the wall in and backfill it. And the water, but you got to keep it full because if you don't, it collapses.
I wanted to ask you because you mentioned, for the audience out there, he mentioned before when we were here's the first thing. My mom was very fearful of
You drowning?
because our
Ear infections.
Dude,
Jesus Christ.
Wait, the neighbor, we had this, I won't say their name. I won't say their name. We had neighbors though, and they had a pool, and they always let their dog swim in the pool. Okay, yes. They let the dog swim in the pool, which obviously the dog probably peed or pissed or whatever in the
Just like you.
I was going to say, so did everyone else.
I don't get that.
My aunt and uncle had a sign on their pool that said, welcome to our ool. Please have fun. Notice there's no pee in it. Let's keep it that way.
Because I know on the house that he knows the house that I used to have, that the neighbors had a pool and the kids openly admitted
They'd come and pee in your pool.
we didn't have not
They would just pee in Ed's yard.
no in the house that I had with my ex. The neighbors across that he had a pool, and they openly said, "Oh yeah." And I said, "Dude, you can't pee in a pool." He says, "Oh, we just put extra chlorine in there."
That's what they do.
Yeah. Have you never been in a public pool? Do you know how many people
Or a
pee in
water
a public
park.
pool? Yeah.
Or Lake Erie.
What do you do? What do you do at the ocean? You go out and you pretend like you're paddleboarding and you just take a piss,
Or you float and look around.
or you find someone and get real close and warm the water for them.
Does anybody notice me just floating by myself ever? I actually have a friend. I won't say their name. But we were in St. Martin, and
Well, you can't warm that water. It's already 180 degrees.
Oh no. She literally had to shit in the water.
Oh, stop it!
Yeah, because she had the bubble guts.
Are you kidding?
She was drinking margaritas in the hot sun, and they're swimming around in the ocean, and she's like, "Oh my god, I just shit over there by those rocks." I'm like, "What do you mean?" She goes, "It wasn't solid either."
I'm just gonna say the percentage of water to pee
Yeah.
is greatly higher water than pee. Just point the fish do it. You're swimming in a place where fish shit and piss constantly.
Oh, yeah.
You're not in clean water.
Let's stop for a second. Wait a minute.
Are you still hung up on the poop in the water?
It's like I gotta pause. Give me a sec.
I gotta go back to this.
She shit by some volcanic rock in the water.
She poop hummus.
Wait a minute. So she's swimming. Now, did she pull her pants, or she just like move it to the side and shit?
I'm sure she pulled her bottoms down. She swam away from everybody
You knew she did it because she all of a sudden went faster.
towards the rocks.
Right.
You know those little turds are banging up against the rocks like a shipwreck.
She grabbed.
It's like a toilet that won't flush. It's just like up. No.
She grabbed
It
like.
goes into one of the holes where the fish are trapped at low tide.
Poor fish are dying, and they're like, "Oh my god!"
She grabbed
Margarita turns.
she grabbed a marlin and wipe her ass with it. You know, just I mean,
Better than a sea anemone.
right?
Yeah.
right.
And then fuck, anemone. There you go, got it.
We had a friend that stepped on one of those, and he had all the spikes in his foot. Oh. And he had his wife pee on it because they thought that's what you did. We're like, that's jellyfish.
It doesn't work for them.
No,
because
it
there's a
doesn't.
stinger in there. It's not.
Yeah, but
kidding.
she peed on his foot, and the spikes were still in there.
Yeah.
You're-
Yeah.
it doesn't get the spikes out.
he got to experience something different with his wife.
He got a golden shower. He's like, "Hey,
Yeah,
now
well,
that
you know, whatever you're into.
He's like, "Now that I broke you in."
Yeah. Go over there and poop by those rocks. I'm going to swim in it.
What did
Using it as one of those floating pool noodles. A poo noodle. There's no L on the end.
Right? Let's keep it that way.
Dude, you know, I remember reading a Yahoo article that said that they went around the country and tested water parks and said that 25% of all, there was not one, it was all water parks, 25% of their water is urine.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
You never swim with your mouth open.
Nope. You definitely don't go.
Yep.
No, never. Rinse
You don't
your
go
mouth.
under. You don't come out, spit in the water.
Keep your eyes closed. Dude, I was a diver. You don't open your eyes.
Well,
just
anyways,
don't.
when you used to,
I used to love wave pools too.
Did
I
ya?
haven't been in one in forever, but I'd love to be in. Go in one.
Dude, have you ever seen the videos of that where people get like broken arms and stuff because
That's the kind I want to go into. I went into like Cedar Points and it's like, yay.
Yeah.
I want the one where it's like, holy shit, it's a punani.
yeah, where there's like the only one I watched
I did skin my knees in one though.
was the Chinese
I fell.
one. Have you ever seen the Chinese one where they got like 80,000 in a one region and they have they go all in, you know what I mean?
yeah.
And they got that super. There's one in like Beijing or Taiwan, and they ended up this wave pool, and people got like
Seriously hurt?
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
There's always one dude with an inflatable orca, and he just wipes out 50 people. He's just like, woo!
There's
Takes him out. He doesn't even look.
he just doesn't give a shit.
People are just falling
like
over out of his
King
way.
shit a turd
Oh, yeah.
down on an
It is-
inflatable shamu.
It's fucking hilarious.
Because you know people
Yes,
are being
yes.
in the pool.
But there's a water park I always wanted to go to. It's an abandoned blimp hangar or something.
What?
And the whole thing is climate controlled. I want to say it's in like Germany, but it's this giant. It's like giant dome,
Like Dubai or
it's
something.
the big. No, it's not Dubai. It's like Germany or something like that. It's the biggest indoor water park in the world, and it's amazing. It's got like a beach with the actual waves and the wave pool. I'm like, whoa.
So, I mean, if we could get some sponsors.
We could go. I mean, I'll be
Yes,
honest
yes.
with you. I'd be happy for somebody to pay for me to go to Kalahari for a day.
Dude, I love Kalahari.
Just never spend the night there.
I love Kalahari.
Why?
I take my daughter. She goes with her friends and does her thing.
And you watch the Hot Moms.
I sit in the
God
hot
damn.
tub at the bar because
Do you-
there's one that's adults only.
Yeah.
And you go out and there's a swim up bar.
And then you can swim under the glass and go
there's-
outside.
And there's tables. So you can sit there, literally put your drink on the table and
Yeah.
just hang out.
and check out the Hot Moms. Because
Oh,
what
yeah.
they do, just like
He's peeing in the
like
pool.
the
They
just
Cedar
pee in
Point,
the-
all that, they bring their kids, they send their kids on their way, and
get
they
the-
sit at the bar.
Yep. It's good times.
There's a lot of Hot Moms there, Ed.
I got to go visit Kalahari.
You got to leave Lorain County to do it.
God damn it!
Fill the tank up.
It's only 2 counties away. Come on.
Yeah, it's literally a half hour down the road.
Wait a minute, they have a Goodwill near it. Yes, I
They
can
do.
go visit
They
them.
actually do.
Yes, they do. Or they have a Habitat for Humanity. I think is down there
I
too.
know the Goodwill's like the other way on 250, but
right.
yeah.
Well, in
It's
the
near there.
in the process of doing the pools, that I think when we were young, was it you mentioned or he mentioned it, they would use fire hydrants.
Yes.
That was Jeffrey.
Yes.
that-
Fire
Because I
hydrants
don't
to
know
fill
the
it.
first thing about putting up a
Did
pool.
you, did you ever like for your pool for the audience?
We
out
filled
there,
it with a hose.
CPAP has a
Right.
circular.
And it took 16 weeks.
It took overnight. We got some pretty good water pressure.
All right.
Well, we had one here growing up too. It was circular, small, 24.
That's what ours is, 24 round.
24 feet, and
15,000 gallons for those in the know.
Well, we didn't use a fire because you said that would people use?
We use fire hose, but we
Yeah, but the
we
water
filled
comes like dark.
Okay, so one of the guys I
Look
worked
at-
with was a fireman, so
Yeah.
we knew to purge.
So ahead
The
of time.
hydrant.
Ahead of time.
Plus, we also had to get a
Permit?
permit from the city, but it was easy because we had a fireman on the crew.
Right.
So first you purge it to get the dark shit out, which is the same thing they do when they
Test the fire hydrant.
test the fire hydrant. So every year when they purge the fire hydrants, they're getting that crap out. But whenever they come up to the scene of a fire, they also have to do that. Otherwise, they're just pumping shit through the hoses, and you can clog it.
Oh,
so
okay.
they've got to purge it first,
And then
then they connect it.
So at a fire, they would actually open it up, let it run.
So fire hydrants, I don't know if people know how they work, but there's
I do. I was going to ask this question.
there's an opening where you connect the hose, and then there's a
valve.
Valve.
Yeah,
right?
that's
So
the top.
You take the cap off of the opening where you connect the hose.
That's on the side.
And then you turn the hose, which there's a special thing, special
Wrench?
key that we had. We had one made because we couldn't get one.
Right.
But that's neither here nor there. And you turn that, you purge it, you wait for the clear water to come out.
So does it come out towards
Comes out the
street-
side.
Towards the
It
street?
comes
or
out
not
it
the
comes
side?
out towards it's usually towards the street because that's where the fire truck is parked.
Okay.
Because the hydrant doesn't pump the water, the truck does.
So it goes.
Oh, so the water pressure from the hydrant doesn't.
Okay, right.
Oh, okay.
Right.
That's how much, so
Now-
it goes out into
That's
the
why they
truck.
call them pumpers.
That's why they're pumper trucks. Now, don't get me wrong, the pressure coming out of that hose
It's pretty.
or coming out of that fire hydrant is pretty high because
But
we
it's not high
connected
enough to
right.
reach.
We connected it straight to the pump. First time I manned the hose, it threw me into the ditch
Oh, God.
that the hole was in because I was holding onto it and it got kinked and it started to kick and I literally rode it up and
I
down.
just want you to know every time I take a pee, that's what it's like for me. I have to hold that thing and it'll
Yeah.
start to kick.
It'll start to kick.
It'll
Yeah,
start to kick.
It's
Don't
not
mind
pretty.
the blood or blisters, though, right? Is that
That's on my hands.
Yeah, so imagine
that'll be the promo clip right there.
Imagine taking the pressure from the fire hydrant and then pumping it like it's a pressure washer
Through the
a hose, and then they funnel it down into this really tight stream.
Nozzle, right.
That's why you see firemen. There's like 5 of them on the hose because the first guy, if he loses it, the other guys have to,
grab the hose.
grab the hose.
So they got
and
that big
control it.
brass tip flailing around.
No joke, it'll kill you.
Oh,
It
yeah.
will kill you. If it gets loose, you need to shut it down, and you have to crawl on the hose to get back to the front like a fucking hydra, and then shut it down before it kills someone.
Why not just go back to the pumper truck and
Because so you can, but it takes longer to shut down the pressure than it does to just climb up the hose. And it depends on where you're at. Like you
And
might
if you shut it off at the actual hydrant, it will burn out the pump.
right. If you shut the hydrant off before the truck will burn out the pump. It's just like a electric or
Right.
motor. But usually you're far enough away from the truck that you're on the radio going, fuck,
Yeah.
turn it off. And by the time they get there, you've already crawled back up and turned it off at the valve. So
See, here's
it doesn't matter.
For my mom was, and I think my neighbor did it. Exactly what you're saying.
Your mom did your neighbor?
No, I think they just
like I said.
filled it with a fire hose and then would dump in like he dumped, which I should, it's tap water. Yours should be fine. You dump in a bunch of chemicals at the beginning, a shock.
Yeah, and all that at the beginning of the
In the
year.
beginning.
Yeah, basically it's like algicide.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when you uncover it. Usually mine's clear, knock on wood.
Right.
Because I put the closing kit in, all that shit
Right.
in before the winter. But
And we didn't do that.
no, you didn't. You probably just let it go. See you next spring, pool. Here I am. I'm draining half the water out. I put the bubble in it. I cover it. I put a leaf cover on it. Got all the winter chemicals to keep it good all winter.
Yep.
And Ed's just like,
Right,
He's like,
no.
fuck
it's like
it,
he just
green.
turns the light switch off and leaves the room. I don't understand why it was always green.
No, that's a see.
You
I
get
bet-
16 pounds of shock in the spring. He's
Yeah. It'll be good. No,
like, some of this magic dust will do just
no,
fine.
that's 7 dust for the bugs.
I know. We did. I mean, he would. I've helped him close every year.
Every year he helps me close it on Labor Day weekend.
and we do.
And really, it's more so just so we can hang out because it takes like
Yeah.
15 minutes to close
yeah.
it.
Since there's 3 of us now, yeah, we got it
you
down.
push the little back. What is it? The what's the setting on
Back
the pump?
flush.
Back flush. Yeah, you put the back flush on until it's down to the right level, and then you just turn it off.
so-
put the bubble in there and go. we're done.
What?
Yeah, but it's like a whole weekend thing for me because I got to put all the patio furniture away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wrap everything up.
Yep.
Make sure everything's good. Put the solar cover away.
Yep.
And then they'll come over on Monday and we cover it, put the leaf cover on, then I grill and we hang out.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
But
I don't remember being invited to this.
But
Well, you know what? Labor Day weekend, that Monday, you're more than welcome to hang out with
I
the
thought I was
Honda.
coming over earlier so that I could change.
You can change the liner. See,
liner.
the invite also stands.
yeah,
so-
I want to be there. I'll help too. if you need
Absolutely.
help. So, but
I'll show you guys some tricks. It'll be fun.
But what happened?
Like
what?
he does it where his thumb disconnects, that kind of trick.
That's right. It's magic.
Show you the easy way to put it into the little ring around the outside so that it hangs properly. Yeah,
Oh,
all
right
that
on.
shit. Good
Is-
stuff. It's nice
I
and
wanted
easy.
to ask this because my mom, I think a neighbor did the hose. Is she, which we hated, dude.
Your mom did the neighbor's hose?
She would put a sump
what I
pump in
heard.
there, drain out all the water, and then we would go in there with scrubbing bubbles and had
Oh.
this. Yes, she'd buy
never
a
had
case.
Why?
That's,
Because they didn't use chemicals.
yeah, she was so
Seriously,
fearful.
and
It
he
was
probably didn't run the filter like he
It
should
was a
have.
pond.
Well, they got their chemicals the same place they got their shampoo. so
But you want sulfuric acid in there. It's good.
So nobody had a tan by the end of summer. They were like pasty white because their skin fell off. They all looked like, what was that movie, Powder?
We all had blonde hair.
They're like, hey, money, bend this spoon. Not an ounce of body hair on them.
now,
Weird boils.
now we know why. Now we know why Ed can't grow a beard properly.
That's
He's
right.
like swimming as a kid.
What's
Now I
even
know.
worse is we would do it, and there was always every year, hand to God, dude, and we would, and I. It's not that my dad didn't know, maybe he didn't know, but it was so half-assed. He would throw, looking back on it, now that we're adults, when you're a kid, you really don't
Yeah,
know.
but we're adults, but we're still mentally 16.
Right,
We really are. We're idiots.
He would throw a cover on there, and every year we'd always have a dead bird or cat
Oh,
in there.
yeah.
What?
Right.
Bird or a cat,
Or a
not
cat.
bird or
Every
cat.
year.
I know what you heard, but it's bird or cat.
Now,
Every
I-
year. Every year.
I don't even get them on my leaf cover.
Every year.
Because
So-
my yard is surrounded by trees, so I have
Yeah.
to put one of those leaf nets on
Oh,
it.
he does, yeah.
So,
So
I
I
can
had-
take it off and
I
go
had a
on.
buddy that I work with. We stopped at his house one day. We were on lunch break and just tooling around, and we went to his house because he lived nearby. And he's showing us the house. We go to the pool, and there's a dead squirrel in his pool.
You see? Yeah.
There's no trees near his pool. Like there's nothing that it could have. Like it killed itself because
Right.
there's no way it fell. Like the closest
There's a
tree,
little note
right?
next to it.
Right. The closest tree
A
is like
little teeny pistol.
it's like 30 feet away. It's got the lift up ladder so kids can't get in. I'm like, this squirrel worked for this. It's
So tiny.
planned it out for a week going, all right, so if I jump from the house, I can get on the deck. If I get on the deck, I can just jump in the pool.
You go into the
If I
tree
do
and
it-
there's a whole little
I'll have
thing with the line.
I'll have my little revolver in the cubby on the pool ladder.
right. So-
right.
and we're just all standing there looking at this dead squirrel going,
Yes.
how the fuck
Did
did
it
it
happen?
get in there?
Every year, dude, we had.
We had frogs. We
Yes,
had all kinds of
frogs.
shit. But in the South, where I built pools, it's even worse because when we went to clean,
They have like
because-
snakes and shit.
oh yeah, we did maintenance on the pool, so we go
Snakes?
and we clean out the filters
Like
and all that
poisonous
stuff. Yeah.
snakes.
So you'd open up where the filter is on the side of the deck, and we installed their extension handles so that you don't have to reach in and grab it because you could die.
Right.
Because there's
Whoa,
deadly.
whoa.
There could be a rattlesnake. There could be a water moccasin. There could be a black widow spider. There could be scorpions.
A honey badger.
We pulled out a honey badger, dude. You do not put your hand in there. You don't, because you may not survive.
It's like Flash Gordon with the tree stump. Remember that
Yeah,
original movie with
yeah,
Queen?
Absolutely. No, that's absolutely right. You could die cleaning your fucking filter, just the basket in your fucking.
You gotta be kidding.
Yeah. So they make them special for areas like this, and it's an extension handle that screws onto the bottom so that you just lift the lid off and pick it up and go nope and drop it back in and walk away if there's something in there that's going to kill you. Yeah,
I'll be
it's
damned.
not a joke.
Well, I wanted.
Did you have to call somebody or did you wait for it to leave and then
We usually pulled it out, and if there was something in there that was going to kill you, we'd go to the truck and get something to kill it.
Doesn't need blood coming in.
you're gonna have to replace your liner. There's 16 9mm holes in it. The snake has one. I'm sorry. I didn't have my glasses on, so I just went for it.
Just unloading, through an M80 in there.
All the pool cleaners carried grenades and AK-47s.
Dude, I gotta tell this story. This is
I gotta kill that Black Widow.
this is a horrible true story. It's not horrible.
no.
It was,
Oh,
when I had our pool. Now see, when you're young and in love and an idiot, and you have
And somebody asks, the girl asks you, "Can you help?"
and you've got
Can we get
You're
a pool?
you're an
Yes.
instant expert.
yes,
Dude,
right.
my wife asked me so many times, "Can we get a pool?" I'm like, "No, I built them. Fuck that."
Right.
I was like, "No."
Dude, I will say this: I had a hot tub and a pool, and I would have it take a hot tub 100
You're a
times.
nice hot tub.
Oh, I got a hot tub.
I love my
I love
hot tub.
a hot tub.
Yeah.
But the pool, nope.
No, the only bad thing about hot tubs is if it's an outdoor one, it will break down during the coldest week of winter.
Yeah. That's why I moved mine inside.
Do you
it's
have
a,
this
it's an
inside?
inflatable.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, my
Love
brother
it.
just got one. He's got a Coleman.
Yep. Coleman, 300-gallon inflatable hot tub. I've had mine for 3 years. It's fucking
Does
amazing.
it heat the water?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Up to 104 degrees.
What is it, like 110 volts?
Yeah,
Or-
110
you
plugged
just
in.
plug it
It
in the
takes
wall.
longer to heat up, but it cost me maybe $20 to keep it on all month.
Right.
And you don't have to worry about weather.
Right.
Right.
And if you can just deflate it, take
Right.
it and move it somewhere else. My brother just
That's
put
it,
it on
yeah.
sale. And he got it on sale Black Friday for $169.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Coleman
Mine
one.
was $800. I had mine.
You probably had it when it first came out.
Yeah. I got mine during COVID because I couldn't find a regular one because everybody was buying hot tubs.
Right.
So I was like, well, fuck it. I'll get this one and be fine until I get one.
He says he loves it.
I do. I had
do.
it
I
outside.
loved-
But then the first winter, I got in it once because it was too goddamn cold.
See, ours was outside, and we got in it all the time because it was our favorite time.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it was well insulated.
Right.
Unfortunately, though,
that's-
once they get up, the thing is,
The problem with the 110s, though, is they don't stay hot as long.
see, ours was 220.
Yeah, so
Ours
yours
was
is
wired
fine.
for 220. Yeah. The thing with hot tubs, though, it's not are they going to break down? It's when are they going to break down?
Right.
Because 100% of them do.
Yes.
If anybody says they've had a hot tub and it didn't break down, it's either only less than 5 years old or they're lying to you.
Yeah. I've replaced motherboards. I've replaced circuit boards. I've replaced
Circulation pumps was my
pumps.
big thing.
Circulation pumps are the worst. Control panels are the worst because they're the hardest to get to, but they fry the quickest because they're closest to the water.
Yep.
Yeah, I had one at the house with Pammy, and we ended up taking it when I sold the house. It's at my brother's house. There was in the winter.
Did it crack?
That's what it was.
Oh.
The little
You ain't fixing that.
circulary. He had a buddy that made a part, and he still has it at his house. He never installed it because he got the other one for 164. He said,
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
put this
Yep.
here? Because you have to run a 220 line
Right.
for the other
Right.
ones. But what I was going to say on our pool, that I got hot tub stories, but in the pool when I was young and dumb,
Put your penis in the blower.
no.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Is that I had a girl and we were in.
Oh,
I know we're
something else
Intimate.
around
You're
the corner.
intimate in the hot tub,
Yes, we're not
which
hot
is
tub, the
definitely
pool.
overrated.
The pool.
Oh.
The pool.
Still
Your
overrated.
baby
I was
floated to
young.
the top.
Well, this is what was happening was we were in the throes
Of passion.
of passion, and she's
Or when you're when you're 18, you're just like,
yes.
hell yeah, I'm finally doing it.
The only reason he wasn't dry humping because he was in a pool,
Right.
so
Yeah.
it was wet humping.
You're 18 and you're scoring. You're just like, fuck yeah.
You're excited as
You don't
anything.
care. It could be in a changing room.
They weren't even on the same side of the pool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't matter.
Right.
Yep.
So we were in a nighttime.
Scenario. Oh, so you're getting bit by mosquitoes and trying to get some.
Well, yeah, that's
Welcome to the senior year of high school.
right. You get
18
really,
years old, summer, got a pool,
right.
bit by mosquitoes.
Right, it's the
you
worst.
blew the citronella candle out because you didn't want any light,
Right, you get low in the water because
so nobody could see you.
right. Because I've got all the siblings,
Right.
and we're out in the pool doing dumb.
You and your siblings?
no, no, I'm just saying it in the house. So you're
The mosquito larvae are feasting on your balls.
Exactly. Exactly. And then the water.
I don't know what you're talking
The
about.
water is actually warmer than the outside
Right.
air, so you're up to your
Right.
nose.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You sink down in the water because it's warmer.
Because it was 150 outside all day. The pool was 60, but now that it's dark, the pool's 90.
Right.
And you're like, Jesus Christ, it's cold out there.
Yes.
Hopefully
Yeah.
my winter doesn't shrink.
Yes. And in the meantime, you're in the act, you're in the throes of passion,
Or at least trying.
trying the best you can. I was young.
You're
whatever.
18, you don't know what you're doing.
And we were going at it, and I'm like, I'm about to reach the peak of the mountain. You know what I mean?
The finish line?
No, it was
or
right-
actually...
No, the finish line. Yeah.
Okay.
So I said, I don't.
He was already climbing. He was about to get to the top.
I'm
Yeah.
about to get to the top, and I go.
I have seen the top of the mountain.
And it's if he were in a car, he'd tell her and she'd open the door and go. But he's in a pool, so what's he gonna do?
So she says.
You gave him a burial at sea?
Kind of worse.
In the skimmer?
He made a poolside submarine, just a bunch of semen.
That's good. Yes. Ta-da.
He goes out there the next day and it looks like a microscope slide. What is this?
Well, that's what it was as we were doing. And she says, well, you don't want that, you don't want it floating around and for someone to stand in a pool. And
Yeah, but there's 15,000 gallons.
You don't want one of
Your teaspoon is definitely going to dissolve.
You don't want one of your 10 siblings diving in and getting a face full of semen.
You're doing the
Like, what the fuck is that?
right. So
Who hackered in the pool?
I shot towards the
Skimmer?
into the skimmer. I was an idiot. I had
He says was like he's a changed man.
Let me look at me. I was just rejected.
He'd
by
do it
Greek
again today
goddess.
if he could.
That's right. Shit, yeah, I would. I'd try this the jet like you're saying.
You got all your dense skin cells in the pool pregnant. There's like a little Ed Money clone in the pool.
There's a bunch of Ed
But they're
clones
zombie kids
swimming
are all-
around, little zygotes like me
They're all pasty white. Pasty white with dandruff.
and dry.
Their name wasn't Ed Money, it was Ashy Money.
They're all dry.
They're like now all millionaires because they're spokespersons for like skin lotions.
I did that. You go out the next morning, there's like 5 of them, and all the water's gone because they absorbed it all.
Like those things that drop in the water and they grow to 10 times their normal
They're like
size.
sea monkeys.
Brine shrimps.
Oh, I know we're over. Audience members, thank you for listening. Dude, it's been fantastic. Again, like, share, subscribe, tell 2 people. You've been listening to Late Night with Ed Money here on our website, which is late night with edmoney.com.
LateNightWithEdMoney.com.
Check it out. Don't mind the dust because we're redoing the whole site.
Late night
Check
with EdMoney.com.
There it is.
Late Night with EdMoney.com.
Late Night with
I
Edmoney.com.
was
Thank
just
you for that.
checking.
We're going to be leaving
Thank you.
you with Diamond Eyes Fluttered. I like the tune. Dig it. Check them out. Send them a message. Tell them you heard about them on the show. You're always listening to myself, Ed Money. I'm talking a little slow for the graphics. And then you're listening to CPAP Chuck.
We'll see ya.
Chuck Dick.
There it is. Good, Chuck Dick.
Well, Byron's not here. Someone had to say
Chuck
it.
Dick. There it is. And our new permanent crew member here is Jeffrey Neutron. Jeffrey Dick. Jeffrey
I'm
Dick.
glad he said it because I didn't want to have to do it myself.
Yeah. You're just calling yourself names.
Jeff Dick.
I do every night in my night. It's
You
night
dirty,
terrors.
dirty boy.
I'm in tight night scares. I'm like, it's
Everybody Dick. Skeet skeet.
Oh God! Thank you for all the things you do. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Tell 2 friends about it.
He talks dirty to himself while he's whacking it.
Have you been a bad boy? Do you need a spanking?
Ed, you're a son of a bitch.
Don't be materialistic because you get you nowhere. And always remember
Who's your
to
dirty
tell
podcaster?
somebody. That's right. I love you at night. I love you. And after that, we are out of here.
Yeah, what's the point in us if I never know? Yeah, if you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go. Wait, I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm tired of dancing. I fell where my demons dwell. My own little nightmare, I call it hell. Oh well, it's time to get back up. Climbing and climbing, I'm done with this ride, is what I tell myself, so I could feel something else. Yeah, I I guess I had my bad days, but it doesn't mean I lost my style. Darling, where were you when my heart was on the ground? I thought time would prove that you would stick around. I guess time stands still, a king without his crown. Now I'm breaking, you're faking, girl. You never made a sound. Oh, wait, I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm tired of yesterday.
You've been listening to Late Night with Ed Money, brought to you by 3 Bowls of Crunch Production. Late Night with Ed Money is a copyrighted show, and any unauthorized reproduction for sale is strictly prohibited without written and or verbal consent from Ed Money. Otherwise, we'll find out where you live and beat the shit out of you. Thank you for listening.